Good evening, everybody. Today is January 23rd. It is the end of the trading week, Friday, today. Markets are closed. We'll reopen on Monday. Getting to the daily on the SPX. Going to bring up a little more frequent time range here so you can see exactly what happened today. Comparison to yesterday, prices dropped to this lower Bollinger Band level at 2055. Got some resistance at the midpoint Bollinger line, and fell again to that lower Bollinger line. Then a little bit past, and then from there they rose, but they rose up into a point. So it seems to be that broken trend line that was created on today's intraday low, or first intraday low, and then today closed on the second intraday low, or 1, 2, 3, the fourth, fifth intraday low. All right, so there's a couple of things that I want to go over regarding my trading because I made some mistakes today, and I have to let you know how that happened. I sold that UWT. I was just done with it. 275. I was just it went a little bit lower, so it's basically like trading cost and maybe like $22 loss. I sold the TVEX this morning at 9:38. So right before this last candle bottom here, 9:38, I sold the TVEX, putting me long that 100 share UVXY trade that I had. And I sold another short of the UVXY at 10:01. And so yeah, that was pretty much at the second high, which was a bad trade, but I held it until 334. Unfortunately, I didn't sell it up here, which I should have, and that was my mistake. I would like to go over. When prices hit this second top right here, let me clear the trend so you can see this a little bit more clearly. This second top created by prices on see, that would be the 155 candlestick and 150 candlestick. This second high here, this was a double top. This high here was 2062.79. This high here was 2061.37. So technically that would be a double top, and I should have solidified my position here, but prices, I was expecting the lower Keltner to get touched in the reaction, but it never did, and prices continued lower, and I ended up, let's see, I bought to cover at 334, 150, so I was 50 short at that point after that 334 trade, which was right here. So pretty much in line with that price support on that lower Bollinger Band. And then prices did fall from there. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, I should say Monday. 9 days on the 5. gonna draw some trend lines real quick. Support. And the new is here. What? Come on, buddy. Right there. All right. So we broke the trend line today. Whether or not we just gap up tomorrow and just keep on going and rising is, that's the danger, I guess, that I take here. My 2 days, my resistant levels for my short position right now. Because I bought that that 700 share of the TVEX, and then 100 UVXY towards the end of the day here. Prices were just falling below this level of support and looked real bearish. So right now my net position is short 100 or 50 UVXY, long 100 UVXY, and long 700 TVIX. Yeah, so the losses were about like 200 today, unfortunately. Puts me just below my target for the week, unfortunately, but that's how it goes. And I'm going to document it any way it goes because I believe I can do this. I just need to be much more diligent in enacting my my trades, because there's way too many times during the day that I'm green on a trade that I should just let it go. Switch the opposite direction here. I mean, prices really just started to look toppy here. I mean, this candlestick was, I mean, you're thinking maybe it would be a head fake or something similar to how prices the prior day were making that sideways action from that low. But the difference, if I go to 3 or 4 days between today and yesterday's action, was that all this action was happening on a higher high from the previous day's lows. All this sideways action was happening from, this was happening from a lower high. This sideways action was happening from lower high from previous day. This was happening from a higher high from previous day, and then prices broke down. So technically, any type of retrace from this point to the broken trend line would be pretty much my max pain for this short trade. If prices do rise that 254, 255 area, definitely took that short position. I didn't see any reason why prices had to break down to right here and then rise. You know, that I don't see that happen. I think if prices are going to fall to this level where there's no real support, I mean, we're all done with the support here. There's no support where we closed. We're below all the trend lines. I mean, if we go to the 15, we'll start with the 10-minute, go through the charts. All right, so 2 days. We closed on. I guess we closed right above that lower Keltner range on the 10-minute, which I don't know. It could be some type of bear trap, because let's see what's happening on the 15. You know, we still closed below the 5 on the 15 as well, and the 21, the 20-day as well, and the 10. Or do we close on the 10? No, we didn't close on the 10. The 10's down here. So see the 30 real quick. The only thing that I do see that is kind of bullish here is we could, if we do move lower, just find support right here in this range. Tomorrow maybe going up to where the 5-day SMA is, 2053, and then heading lower down to the 2045 range on Monday. Not tomorrow. I keep on saying tomorrow. That's where my head's at, guys. So to have 2045 range on Monday on the low end. If we do go lower, that 2040 range would be also be support as well. Anything in here really. So yeah, that would be downside, and then whether or not we move back up at that point would be based on resistance levels being tested or not that haven't been formed, so I can't really speculate on that right now. We'll go to the 60-minute. 60-minute closed fairly bearish. Again, this sideways movement was at a higher high from the previous day, so that's why today is so auspicious. We didn't move higher at all today. I mean, prices were moving down considerably, so let me bring out a little bit larger time frame here so you can see we may be forming some type of cup and handle play on the bullish formation if we do end up rising, but that 2053 would be some type of resistance. I don't know. We'll see how hard of a resistance that gets if prices do rise. It's pretty much how I base my trades, as well as how prices react to certain levels. So market direction for the daily is, I think, a little bit more telling. We might end up producing something similar to this pattern here. I mean, that's just been how it's gone. Even though it's been volatile, the pattern has produced something similar. So whether or not, tomorrow we end up bouncing on a trend line, and then just moving up higher all day tomorrow, like 50 points on the S&P. Who knows? We could skyrocket. We closed within that range too. This declining trend line has been broken, and any type of fall from this point would be within this range, and this would be pretty strong support at this point. It was the same situation here when prices started falling after this 2-day rally. But again, this seems much more bullish, and this could just be a bear trap if prices end up gapping up on Monday and then continuing higher to close somewhere up in here, or even in this range up in here. So if we get a bottom tail tomorrow and end up having a small candle body that is in this upper candle Keltner range, I would consider that bullish and end up trying to buy a long position for this upper Bollinger tag from this point. But again, tomorrow, next week is very news filled. The Fed meets, Greek meets. Greece, I guess, decides more political ties with their Eurozone responsibilities, and so yeah, next week's going to be very interesting. A lot of news coming out. this type of pattern also hasn't showed up in a long time in the charts. If what we're looking at right now is a bear flag formation, Monday prices will touch 2033. If this is the type of bear flag that is developing within this range. Whoops, sorry. That gap right here. If we get a lot of resistance here and we fall below a handle a cup and handle confirmation on this type of a play, it could be revalidated by so many other patterns. I mean, we could have a reverse head and shoulders and then move higher. But if prices come back down to this support level at 2000, I guarantee you we're going to go touch a lot lower. I mean, like 1930, 1900 range. Possibly fill this gap here. And that could very well happen all next week. If it does happen, the trend that we are seeing in market patterns right now is pretty much unprecedented. I mean, when have you seen anything like this? You know, when I was watching the president's State of the Union address, it was kind of interesting to hear the reaction of Congress as President Obama was making comments about how much everything has improved. It was more of a sedated type of reaction, kind of like a sedated, rehearsed cheer. If you watch it, you'll see what I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah, that was my action for the day. The VIX was what did the VIX do? I was watching it all day, but I don't remember how it closed. Okay, so yeah, we got this bottoming candlestick here, which at certain points, let's see if it comes up anywhere else. No, not really. Doesn't really come up too often. So it looks like VIX could possibly fall. Well, it can fall a whole lot further, obviously, but if it were to rise from where it closed today, I'll just expect something small, maybe 1737, like midway up to this level, and then an engulfing bearish candlestick down to this 1462 range. And I think that would put us online with the trend line coming back. I should just turn on that other one, but I'll just bypass it right here. Yeah. So maybe tomorrow we just get some type of lower and then bottoming. I definitely think this trend line, if we do fall tomorrow, will be tagged again. in February. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd put us at right there if we go lower. This declining trend line in 5 days will probably be around right here. Yeah. All right. Well, that's my take on the VIX. It's really choppy tomorrow, so or I keep on saying tomorrow, on Monday. It will definitely shape up to be interesting if prices do fall. I think the SPX. I've never. You know what? I just want to show you something. See here a second. All the brokerage firms right now are long, and they never are. These vehicles. Never. So I don't know what to say about that. that's that's kind of scary, to be honest with you. But at the same time, shares weren't available to short on UVXY about a week back. Hmm. Yep. Prices really haven't done anything like this for a very long time. It may be here, but no, that's still higher. Oh, this would be a reverse head and shoulder. No, it's already touched back down. I haven't seen prices do this in 1 year. What they're doing since December. Look at the weekly though. The weekly eked up pretty high. I mean, that's like, wow. But the monthly is another story. The monthly is still bearish. And we closed exactly there, the 2053 level. So, if we do get any type of rise, I mean, the monthly didn't close there yet. We still have 5 more trading days, but if we end up next week closing higher with the green candlestick here encompassing or engulfing the close and the open of the previous month's candlestick, then I'd definitely be buying, and that would be in the range of 2066. The SPX 2065. So, yeah. Yep, that's my take. But, I mean, that's 5 days, so maybe we close even higher. Who knows? Look what November did. And we're on that 3-month drop or pop pattern. 1, 2, 3. Pop. 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Pop. 1, 2, 3. Pop. 1, 2, 3. Pop. One, two, three. Drop or pop in February. The next 5 to 6 days in market trading is going to be absolutely critical because this trend has been going on a very long time. 2, 3. This is all just up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Drop. 1, 2, 3. Pop. 1, 2, 3. Drop. 3 mid. Test. Drop. 1, 2, 3. Didn't drop, but popped. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. That 3 was so hairy. 2, 3. Maybe we just continue higher. I don't. It's such an interesting market. People haven't seen a bull market like this in let's get out the 24 years. This is probably like something from 4.0, from this 311 move to what was the high there? 1455, yeah. Or probably 500 to 1455. 6 times 3 is 18 too. If we do drop, I don't know. All right, guys. Things could get hairy. Have a great weekend, and sorry about the long, inopportune silences.